Check. Do I have any sound? Please let me know if I have sound. I'm having some problems. Because I'm doing this on my phone. So if you can hear me, please let me know. And then I can talk to you and we can be all celebratory and stuff. But I'm having problems with the sound. Settings. Audio. I don't think I have any audio. Check. Okay. Because it says that my mic's not on, so I wasn't sure. Well, actually, I got to thank everybody. Well, first, let me say hi to everybody that's here. Furry Plants and Coins, Patty, Mike S., Doug Harding, Linda Wallace. And now I got to thank the people that really did this. I mentioned last night, in case you don't know what we're celebrating, I finally hit 1K. So I finally got 1,000. And that's what I wanted for my birthday. And hey, Danielle. But I didn't do it alone. I had been stuck where I needed 21 people for like 2 weeks, and I couldn't get them, and I couldn't get them. And I mentioned it last night on the Monday night Lodo show. And some folks jumped in and said, "Well, we're gonna take care of this." And one of them was Sheena Smith, and another one was in the house Doug Harding. And they went over to the auction that was going on over at Can Collectibles and told everybody, "Hey, Silver," told everybody, "Hey, look, she's only 21 away." And they just kept pushing and pushing, and they got me 21 people who came over and joined us and pushed me over the 1K mark. Now, the fun part is, will they stick? Now, even because if you just come over and you sign on, but you don't leave a comment or watch anything, they usually um, will take them away in a couple of days. So we got to make sure we keep these people active. And several of them came in, and I think those might have been the ones that came from Found It Buried. Yes, Silver, I did get it. Thank you. Um, so anyway, right now we're still good. Uh, so the other thing that has to happen so we can get a little money pumping into the channel. Hi, Linda. Is we got to get my watch hours up to 4,000, and I think they're only at about 2,000. I did have a couple people that last night set up one of my playlists, and we're just like letting the playlist run. And my brother, who has only watched a few of my videos, he may, once I hit my 1,000, he said, "Oh, well, then now I guess I should go and start watching the stuff," because he's a smarty pants, and I love my brother. So hopefully he will. So that's where we need to focus now. And Furry Plants and Coins has been doing that for a while Furry's been watching some of my old stuff, and I know she's seen some pretty funny things in some, especially some of my older detecting videos. I don't know if she saw the one where I was out in the cemetery. I wasn't detecting, but I found this old cemetery out in the middle of a cotton field down in Georgia. I mean, like in the middle of a cotton field. And it wasn't very big. So I thought, well, I'm going to walk through and document this cemetery. And I'm halfway through the thing and realized I was standing in a giant pile of fire ants. So I'm doing the uncoordinated old lady dance trying to get the fire ants off of me, and I'm running, running through the cemetery. It was pretty. I mean, I got bit pretty bad, and I was about 15 miles from home, but it made for an interesting video. And then there was one where I was comparing my bounty hunter gold digger to my Garrett 300, and I was just ready to lay all of my finds out on this bench and started getting buzzed by bees and took off running. So yeah, there's some yeah, there's some pretty funny stuff in some of them, and then there's also one that's kind of freaky with the boogeyman, where I was in an old roadside park, and there's like a boat ramp there, but it's like rarely used. And this guy pulled in there with a trailer, and he was kind of stalking me. He's kind of scared the crap out of me. But so I got out of there real quick. Uh, but I don't know what my hours are. I can't look them up on my phone. Somebody that can get on there could go look. But I'm saying I probably need every bit of 2,000. The last time I looked, I had like 19 something. I was only about halfway there. Um, but I'm not sure because I can't figure out how to find that on my phone without downloading the whole YouTube studio thing. And my phone has so many apps on it now that if I put that on here, it's my phone's gonna lock up. So I can't answer that question until I'm actually sitting at my computer where I can look it up, or if one of my mods can figure out how to get in there and look it up. Where's Mark Thomas when I need him? Mark is the king of fixing things for me. He's been amazing on setting up some of my commands for me and fixing my boo boos. And my regular computer's about to give up the ghost too, so I'm gonna have to sit down and figure out. Uh, I know it's probably short on. Yeah, it was fine when I bought it. It would run everything I needed to, but now it doesn't want to run things because everything is what I call bloatware, where it takes a bazillion gigabytes, and just to sign you know, sign your name. Yeah, that was one of Mark's greater uh things was when he created the technical difficulties. Please stand by. But he has fixed some other thing. He created the Mikey commands, for what's Mikey eating for dinner. He's done a lot of stuff. I created the basic ones like email and that kind of stuff, but Mark really got in there and gave some of the commands their personality and made things. Yeah, there it is. We are experiencing technical difficulties. Please stand by while our crack team of technicians. I think he also did the one about if you don't hit the like button and subscribe, M3 is going to come and unroll all of your toilet paper. Yeah, I still haven't gone in and fixed my spelling error, Warner, but I'm going to. That was just because I can't see out of these new glasses. They're bad. Yeah, well, that's what we're hoping, Warner. We're hoping we can hold it this time and not have it taken away and get the view my view hours. Yeah, that's the one right there. Like this streamer M3, the Mysterian cat will sneak into your house and unroll all your toilet paper. That's another one that Mark Thomas did. It I always crack up. I just let Mark go because he fixes all my boo boos in the night bot. Although we never have figured out what caused it to give me two different winners that one night. That was a very strange activity there. Um, some packages went out today. One, the guy at the post office is anal, I swear. I can read every number on the tracking number, but he says he can't read it. And so he sent it back with Sandy for me to redo the label. So, trying to remember whose package that was. But anyway, about six of them went out today. And we had well, I was supposed to have my annual inspection. When you live in government subsidized housing, they do these annual inspections to make sure that you're keeping your unit properly maintained. Well, the problem, and I had the same problem a couple of years ago. If you've been with me for a long time, when I was down in Georgia at the beginning of the corona thing, um, I had the same issue arise. I have a lot of autoimmune disorders, and I don't know why these apartment people that run these places want to do this, but they go from apartment to apartment to apartment inspecting. They don't wear gloves, they don't wear masks, they don't put anything on their feet. So they're going from apartment to apartment, just, you know, if the guy in apartment number one has COVID, by the time they're done, everybody from apartment one to apartment 40 has now been exposed. Well, when my nursing staff was here a couple days ago, my doctor makes house calls. They told me to put a sign on my door because I just got over COVID and flu and all this mess. So they told me to put a sign on the door saying that if you're going to come in, you need to put on a mask and gloves because if you know I get this stuff again, it could kill me. I'm not exaggerating this. I have multiple autoimmune disorders. I just had influenza A and COVID back to back. I'm not well yet. And these my autoimmune issues are never going to go away. Those are permanent. Just like my heart condition and my lung condition. All these things are permanent. So how hard is it to put on a mask and gloves to come in. And so, anyway, they get here, and the sign is on the door. And so they refuse to put on a mask to come in and do the inspection. And she's being real nice, and she said, "Oh well, we know you're okay. We don't really need to come in." So I'm like, "Okay, that's fine." And then 45 minutes later, I have a note on my door saying that since I refused to let them in, which I did not, I even offered them all the supplies they needed, the masks, the gloves, little covers for their shoes, hand sanitizer, antibacterial spray. I have this little box. It has everything in it. Here you go. Yeah, I'm just asking you to put on a mask. Well, they said that since I refused to put on the mask, they're going to send their boss from North Carolina to come on a different day and personally inspect my unit. Well, he's going to get greeted with the same thing. And if they want to try and throw me out, good luck, because asking someone to wear a mask into the home of someone who has autoimmune disorders under the Americans with Disabilities Act is considered a reasonable accommodation, and they can't refuse, and they can't evict me or take any retaliatory action. Just put the dadgum mask on, come in and do your 5 minutes and get out. But in the course of it, they decided out in the hallway to bring up, she said, by the way, we're going to write you up because the stickers on your license tags are expired. No, they're not. Learn to read. They're good until February of 2024. This is 2023. So, anyway, I was trying to figure out how am I going to prove this. Although my aide was here and she heard it, um, I forgot. I have a security camera inside my apartment, pointed right at my front door. It got the whole thing on video. Them refusing to put on the masks, them refusing to come in, them saying my tags were expired, that my insurance or my inspection sticker was expired. They were just, once they decided they weren't going to put on the masks, then they just started running down whatever they could think of to give me a hard time. And they did it in front of the lady that lives across the hall. So they also violated my HIPAA rights by broadcasting to her all of my personal health issues. So we're going to have a lot of fun here in the next time trying to. But I know when I was in Georgia, this is a federally funded project. And ultimately in Georgia, they told them, no, you cannot go in and expose this lady. That's not acceptable. Uh, if you want to put on the mask and stuff, then you can go in and do your inspection. But so I have until March the 7th to put a stop to this deal. And the thing about it is, the guy that they're going to send has been very, very nasty to a lot of people in the building, and they know he is a trigger to my post traumatic stress disorder. So, that's what the threat was, is, oh, okay, you don't want us to just wander through. We're going to send him over there to intimidate you. So, No, we're not going to let that. That's not going to be happening. I've got a number of people already working on it, but they are not going to go from one apartment to the other and then bring those germs in here. I'm just not going to have it. Oh, Jimmy Thompson, just the guy I need. I need you to send me your address, please, if you would be so kind. I have something to mail to you and I can't find it. I know I had it when we were talking about beads and stuff, but I don't know what I've done with it. So if you would please email that to me, I would appreciate it. Like I said, I am slowly getting packages out. We got several out today, and I'll work on some more tomorrow. Eventually. Yes, absolutely, Leanne. I do have a legal right to protect myself. Yeah, absolutely. Furry, these people, I don't understand. One of them has actually had COVID before. Why would she want to get it again or expose someone else to it? Jackalope. Yeah, I'm seeing folks in here. I'm on my phone, so it'll only let me scroll back so far, but I see Mike Wolf has come in, and Leanne's here, and Jimmy LaCarrie's here, and Jimmy Thompson's here, and Archaeology Mikey's had him some children tenders for dinner tonight, and Slinky's gotten with me and got that address taken care of. And so, anyway, so I was wrapped up with that mess from like 11:40, no, 11:20. Oh, and here's the best part, folks. I remembered this at like 6:30. I had an issue when I was in the hospital a year ago where somebody came into my apartment while I wasn't here, and some things kind of moved around and disappeared. And um so at that time I set up, oh, and somebody messed with my car. So I set up two security cameras. One is pointed out my front window right at my car, and the other one is in my apartment and it is pointed directly at my front door. So anybody that comes into my apartment, I have security footage of. So I'm sitting here about 6:30 and all of a sudden I realized, oh my God, this whole thing went on with me standing there with the door open, wearing my mask, wearing all my things that I need to be wearing. And these cameras have sound. I have the whole incident on video where they refused to put on the mask, where they told me that's okay, you're fine. We aren't going to come in, blah blah blah. The whole thing is on video. Mess with me now and tell me you didn't say it, because that's always their thing. They'll say, "Oh, I never said that." Well, yeah, I'm afraid you did. Got to run, taking granddaughter to scouts. All right, get that get that granddaughter down to the scouts. Scouting is good. I was a Girl Scout. I was a Brownie and a Girl Scout. So, yep. Thank you, Sacktown Amy. Yeah, I'm real excited that I finally uh hit that. I don't know what the people upstairs are doing, man. They're making a lot of noise. It just sounded like somebody dropped a weight or something on the floor. I don't know. All right, Jackalope. Thanks. I appreciate it. Yeah, he had his children tenders again. Mikey likes some children tenders. Yeah, I heard that, Mikey. But in the meantime, what do you want me to do with your big old package I got here? Where you want me to send it? I got. You want me to send it to Fort Myers, or you want me to just hold it, or what do you want me to do? You got a bunch of stuff here in a box, and I need to. I'm trying to get that stuff sent out, but if you want me to hold it while that goes on, I'll be happy to do that. Thank you, Richard. I'm so excited, to be able to look up there and actually see 1K because twice I was like within 10 or 12, and either I got sick again or YouTube just decided to rob me, and send it to Fort Myers. Okay. Alrighty. That'll work. I just didn't want it because it's a pretty good sized box, and I didn't want to send it somewhere and have it sitting and somebody wander off with it. So, uh, yep, that's all I needed to know there. And some of them, I just got to find a box. Like John Chums, I got to find a box because he won that Garrett digging tool, and that's not something I want to put in a soft side bag. So I got to find an appropriate box for that. So, but anyway, so now that we finally got to the 1K, we just need to start watching my playlist and getting the rest of the watch hours, and we'll finally be able to get some money, which means I'll be able to replenish the gift away box, and we can just have a little better quality stuff happening. I mean, I lucked out. Mikey got me that good stand for the microscope, and then when I broke the camera, Mark Thomas got me a new camera, so we're doing okay on that. But some of the equipment's getting a little like I need to take the computer in and find out why it's dragging butt. We may have to get a little more memory or something in there. Made a label for a project for vector illustration class, and guess what? It's Honey Make America Great Again. Okay, Amy says I have to go finish some chores, but saw your notification and had to say congrats. Play your videos to help with the hours. Thank you. If we can get enough people to, I did go through I think it was last night, and put all the M3 videos. Most of them are shorts, but some of them aren't. Some of the older ones are not shorts. But there's an entire M3 playlist now. If you like that little stinker, I've got him all in one playlist. And I'm going to try and go back through. My sister's going to take me shopping tomorrow because I'm out of everything. And of course, tomorrow night is Sweeping the Dirt metal detecting show. So I may go through and try and get all the rest of the videos organized into better playlists, but there is a playlist for 2019, 2020 that has some of my really old stuff where I was detecting with a $40 detector and filming it with a really old iPhone. Some of those are actually some of my better videos just because they're funny. Hi, Dirt Claude. So it doesn't really matter which ones you choose to watch. There's some good stuff and some bad stuff. If you want to watch an absolutely insane giveaway, way back before they took all my stuff away from me, I did this one called The Devil Made Me Do It, and it was the 666 sub gift away, and it got absolutely insane in there. There's a couple people in here that I know were in there. I know Mikey was there. Yeah, it was something else. I gave away so much stuff that night. We had a ball, and just absolutely. I think Jimmy Lacari might have been there too. But yeah, I just wanted to come on tonight and thank everybody for the support, and because that to the 1K, I have tried so hard to work my way back in the last year and a half since they took all that stuff away from me. And all I really wanted for my birthday was just once to look up there and see it say 1K. So I made sure I got a screenshot of it just in case they take them away. And I drop back down. At least I can show I was there. you know. Oh yeah, it was wild, wasn't it, Mikey? You were only about 19, I think. And it got pretty crazy in there, but it was quite a lot of fun. Took me forever to straighten that mess out, and M3 kept disconnecting the internet. When I lived in Georgia, I had turned a closet. It was a utility closet that had like washer and dryer hookups and all this stuff. And I had turned a closet into my little office. And M3 used to get in there and unplug stuff, dance on the keyboard. And so he has a reputation of knocking me offline, which is why you will see some of my people that have been with me for a while blaming everything on M3 because back then it usually was M3. Now it's usually just I don't have any room and I'll just bump something and accidentally unplug it. But anyway, I just wanted to come on tonight and thank everybody for getting me to the 1K finally. And hopefully we can get enough people to load up the uh, one of the playlists, and we can actually get where we can get a little bit of money. I mean, I know it doesn't pay much. People are thinking that I think I'm going to get rich. No, they don't understand. Like, if I make 20 or 30 bucks, that's enough to pay the postage for my giveaways. I don't know how many hours I need. I'm on my phone, so I can't go look, but I'm guessing I need close to 2,000 because you have to have 4,000. And the last time I remember looking, I had like 1998 or something. I was just about halfway there. So I'm not sure because I tried to look it up on my phone, which is I'm on my phone right now, and I couldn't figure out how to get there on my phone without downloading the YouTube Studio, and my phone just doesn't have any more. Yeah, I will go look it up in the morning when I can get on my regular computer, and I will post that number on the community page, and then I'll let everybody know tomorrow night during sweeping the dirt, because Wednesday is metal detecting show night. And I found a box today when I was tidying up for the inspection that has a bunch of things in it that I know for sure have already been in some of the older videos. And but some of them are pretty funny. It's like some of my early finds. So I may break that box out and just show you some of the stuff I found when I lived in rural Georgia. And some of it's I'm like, why was this in the middle of a cotton field? You know, or how did this 1954 silver Canadian dime end up where I found it in one of the least populated counties in Georgia? I mean, I just, some of the stuff you got to wonder what the story behind it was. So I may break that box out, and we can just look at some of the things I have found. And I can tell you pretty much which detector I found it with, and what the conditions were and so forth. Might be helpful to somebody. So anyway, I need to go because my sister's going to come early in the morning and take me shopping. Uh, Pretty much everything got depleted when I had COVID, because I couldn't go shopping. And my I have an aide that comes. You'll hear me refer to her. Her name's Sandy. But it's hard for us to get our whole day's work done if I take and send her shopping in the middle of it, and she doesn't always know what to do if they don't have what's on my list. So I only try to have her pick up things I absolutely gotta have. But as far as like shopping for meat and produce and that kind of stuff, I like to pick my own because I know what I can eat and what I can't eat and so forth. So my sister is going to take me tomorrow to stock everything back up. And so we're going to be getting up pretty early to do that. So I'm going to hit the bed, get all that done tomorrow, come home, put all that away, and then do my sweeping the dirt chicken chat. So hopefully we'll see y'all tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern time. I have a lot of people that show up at 6 p.m. Central time, which is 7 o'clock where I am, so they miss the first hour. Um, but yeah, I really, really appreciate. And yeah, Mike, as Mike the Greek said, that's $20 or $30 more than I have, so that's a big deal. And it is a big deal because I have things that I can give away, but I don't always have the money to mail them, and that's why I only mail out once a month, and that's, like, after I get my Social Security check. So, things go out of here in a trickle, and having that extra money for postage, or, like, I saw a really good deal at the coin store one day on a whole bunch of what we refer to as junk silver, but silver is silver. And I would have bought it and just given it away, but I didn't have the money to do it. So somebody else got that really good deal where we could have had that for the channel. So just an extra 25, $30 is a big, when you're a little channel, that's a big deal. And I see these huge channels, and they're getting all kinds of donations and stuff. Well, that's another thing. When you're not monetized, you don't have access to things like the super chat or the super stickers, or where people can make the donations. And so that's a whole nother thing. I don't really have that right now. And it would really, like, one of my problems right now is with my GoPro cameras that I use to film the metal detecting videos. My batteries are so old that they really don't want to hold a charge anymore. So I have like 6 batteries, but each one of them only lasts about 15, 20 minutes fully charged, and it's dead. So, I got to buy things like batteries and just, that kind of stuff. People don't think about it, but you got to, it's stuff you got to have. Batteries for the pinpointer, used to be you could go buy a decent 9-volt battery for 2, $3. Now they're like 10, $11. So I'm supposed to be going detecting on Friday. We will cross the fingers that I get out there. I need to go find me some gold. So, all right, I will be back tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Eastern time, and I might even have a metal detecting prize to give away. I know I have a couple left in the box that were overlooked. People did not select during the 12 days of Christmas, so I do still have a couple of those. I'm pretty short on coin giveaways, and I'm pretty short on stickers. So if you have channel stickers and you want to swap, I do have channel stickers again because one of the Patreon sponsors bought them for us. So if you want to do a sticker swap, let me know. And I'll see everybody tomorrow. And thank you again for helping us hit that 1K. That really means a lot to me. So we'll see everybody tomorrow. Good night, everyone, and behave, be kind. Bye bye.